morning, students, and welcome to another online biology class of St. Michael's Academy. Today I am going to discuss the second part of locomotion and movement. So let's start. Today first I am going to discuss about isometric and isotonic. Isometric and isotonic muscular contraction of skeletal muscle. A muscular contraction in which the length of the muscle does not change. That is called isotonic contraction. So a muscular contraction in which the length of the muscle changes is called isotonic contraction. And an isotonic contraction where the muscle lengthens is called eccentric contraction. So separately, if I want to tell what is isotonic contraction, so isotonic contractions generate force by changing the length of the muscle and can be concentric contraction or eccentric contractions. A concentric contraction causes muscles to shorten, thereby generating. Now the next one, what are red muscles and white muscles? Red muscles are skeletal muscles that are rich in capillaries, myoglobin and mitochondria. Capillaries are very small blood vessels that deliver oxygenated blood to the muscles. This oxygen is taken up by a protein called myoglobin. And white muscles have fewer capillaries, myoglobin and mitochondria. White muscles contain fast twitch fibers, enabling them to contract real fast and with a lot of force, but they can't sustain the contraction for very long before tiring out. Now, as an example of red muscle, now actually what are the differences between red and white muscle fiber? High content of myoglobin and cytochrome. In case of white muscle, low content of myoglobin and cytochrome. In case of red muscle, many mitochondria and opposite few mitochondria. Here rich blood supply, there poor blood supply. Here slow and continuous contraction, there rapid contraction. Here smaller in diameter, there larger in diameter. And for example, you can say postural muscles and their extraocular muscles. You can see the actual difference. White muscle, spinal cord, red muscle has been shown in the diagram and along with the abdominal cavity. Now the question is, what is myoglobin? Now here I am going to discuss about visceral or smooth or involuntary non-striated muscle. So visceral muscle tissue or smooth muscle is tissue associated with the internal organs of the body, especially those in the abdominal cavity. There are three types of muscle in the body: skeletal, smooth and cardiac. Now the next question is, why visceral muscle is called smooth muscle? Non-striated muscles are called as smooth muscles. They are called as visceral muscles because they line the blood vessels, stomach, digestive tract and other internal organs. So that you can say the muscle fiber which is not striated or unstriated present in the visceral organs and are not under the voluntary control. Now, what is cardiac muscle? Cardiac muscle, also called heart muscle or myocardium, is one of three types of vertebrate muscles, with the other two being skeletal or smooth muscles. It is an involuntary striated muscle that constitutes the main tissue of the walls of the heart. Cardiac muscle tissue works to keep your heart pumping through involuntary movements. This is one feature that differentiates it from skeletal muscle tissue, which you can control. It does this through specialized cells called pacemaker cells. These control the contractions of your heart. You can see in the diagram the muscle contraction in heart. That means this is cardiac muscle or heart muscle, or you can say involuntary striated muscle. For any doubts or queries, please email me at shudeshna1.sma@outlook.com. We also welcome your responses by way of your views and feedback on the PPTs or videos at feedback.stmichaelsacademy@gmail.com. Thank you, students, and have a nice day.